welcome. I'm Amanda. If we've never met before, welcome, welcome. Today's class is going to be a little more of a gentle flow, so we'll be starting on our backs. Make sure you have any props that you like to use, so bolsters, straps, blocks, towels, anything like that. I highly recommend those if you have them or something similar. Make sure you have those for your class today, and we'll get started laying down hips on a block. So a block or bolster on your mat, you'll put your hips on those and legs straight up to the sky. So we'll actually be starting in a restorative inversion today. And once you find your way to your mat, just start to close the eyes and let yourself melt into that space. And then just scan. Scan the body, how it feels here. With the legs drawing up, the arms rolling away, head on earth. Just take some time here to create a little more space. Space for our movement, space for openness, just space to hold for whatever presents itself to us on our mat. So as we go through our practice, just being open to what comes across our path. You might notice the legs have a natural ebb and flow to them. And that's just your own body's rhythm. So as the eyes close, you might notice that movement picks up a little bit or gets a little larger. And that's just your body stabilizing the limbs, using your center. So it's interpreting the world around you and using its own tools to provide stability. Those same tools we use when we stand on one foot. But just allowing the body to counter that movement, letting that flow occur as organically as it can. Whether that rhythm be big or small, trusting that it has the capability to recenter you, to support you, to hold you. And then as you feel ready, start to bend the knees, let the feet plant on earth. Maybe you stay on this low level in your block for a little bit of a lower supported bridge, or if you'd like to flip your block up 1 or 2 levels, you can find a supported bridge of your choosing. Shoulders press into earth, chest draws towards the chin, feet root into the mat, and letting the belly have those big breaths, lifting up and draining out. One more here in our supported bridge. Take a breath. And then let it empty. If you took that block any higher, or if you kept it there, slide it out. Roll your spine down 1 vertebrae at a time. And then give yourself a hug. A little circle side to side through the spine. Rocking and rolling. And then arms out to a T. Take a breath. Let the knees go to the right. Supine twist. If the knees finding earth is a lot today, you'll take this block, you'll set it under the knees. So I'll show you from the left side, but you'll stay on your right. So you'll put that block under the knees to sort of stop their descent towards earth. Or the other option is to put them between the knees to support the top hip. And again, you're looking the opposite way of your knees. So your knees are going right, which means you are looking to the left. And then we'll change that to side 2, come up to center, keep the block if you're using it, or adjust it for your second side. And then twist. Again, you're looking opposite of the leg, so you are looking right. Your knees are going left. As you feel ready, come back up to center. If you were using a block, slide it off to the side. We'll plant the left leg bent on earth, so foot down, knee stays up, and the right leg to the sky. You'll take your strap, or your fingers, loop it over that leg, and then sort of draw either from the sole of the foot or behind the ankle, and draw that right leg to you in space. As always, if you know the option for more, being straightening the left leg or doing anything that suits you differently, feel free to take that. And then let go of that strap. Grab any part of the leg and then just start to roll out the ankle. Take it the other way. Stop in the middle, bend the knee, and then same thing, little circles through that right hip. And the other way. And then as you come back to stillness, cross that right ankle on top of the left thigh, hand to the inner right thigh and give it a gentle tug away. Press the spine down, the chin down, so figure 4 pose here. One more. Unwind, let the right foot find earth, left leg to the sky. Again, towel and strap loop over the foot, or you can hold any part of the leg, tugging it towards the body. And then if you have your strap on the foot, release it from the foot and put it anywhere on the leg, and then make some circles again through the ankle. Go the other way. Don't forget to breathe. Continue that slow pattern from where we started. And then come back to stillness. You'll bend the knee, and then same thing. Hold on to the shin bone. And roll through the hip crease, right and then left. And then as you're ready, again, cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Press it away. And as you feel ready, unwind that, tuck yourself into a little ball. Start to rock and roll maybe a couple times to find your way up through a table. So rolling over the knees, finding yourself in all fours. You can slide any props you were using just off to the side for the time being. And then shoulders over wrists, knees underneath the hips. And we'll start by just shifting the hips. So roll the hips towards the right, and then empty, bring them around to the left. Take a breath, hips to the right, look right. And then exhale to the left side. Do that a couple more times. Hips roll right, pull the right shoulder back, squeeze, and then exhale to the other side. Left shoulder to left hip. Inhale, right to right. And exhale, left to left. Back to center. And then we'll flip the tail up, heart forward, cow pose. Cat, round in. Cow, open. Cat, round in. One more like that, cow to open. And cat to round it in. Come back to neutral. Curl the toes, and then we'll find a downward facing dog. Take a breath, sink through the heels, soften the back of the legs, but ripple the rib cage towards the hip bones, so pull up through center and press back through the shoulders. Breath comes in through the nose and right back out, and then again we'll sort of wag our tail, so hips shift right and they shift left. So try to pull the side of the hip up towards each respective shoulder. And then come back to center. Rise up on your toes. Start to ripple forward, but drop the knees. Cow pose, heart up. Cat pose, round. Stay in that round. Breathe in. And then press back to a child's pose. Breathe out. Head to earth. Soften through the forearms. And stay right here. Big toes touch. Hips sink towards the heels. And then we'll find our way forward to a cobra. So glue the hands down, forehead to earth. And then start to ripple. Imagine dragging your nose along the floor. Roll up to that cobra. Take a breath. And then round it back through your table. Curl the toes. Breathe in. Down dog. Breathe out. Inhale to rise. Bend and look. Slowly walk yourself forward to a fold. Hands on the shin bones, halfway long. Stay and hold. Hug the shoulders back. Lift through the back of the heart and then scoop up through the mid-spine so the spine is nice and flat. Press long through the head, so no sway backs, but also no rounded spine. One more. And then here's where you round. Chin to chest, roll it down, fold heavy. Come up to the sky, sweep up, reach. We'll bring our hands through our middle today, fold in half. Lift and lengthen, hands off the shin. Step back to that table. So feet walk back and then knees drop to earth. Cow pose, heart up. Cat pose, round. Stay in your cat, take a breath. And then child's pose. Come through that cobra, so ripple forward, heart up, breathe in. Breathe out, back to table. Curl the toes, take a breath. And then lift the hips, downward facing. Again, reset that dog, breathe in. Breathe out. Up to toes, put a bend in the knees, look forward. And then walk yourself to the front of your mat. Halfway up, press off the shins, breathe in. And breathe out, fold. Reach, come on up, big breath. Through our middle, fold from the hips. So thumbs come down through the third eye, the heart center, and then through earth. Halfway up, breathe in. Hands down, feet walk back, and the shins drop to that table. Cow pose, ripple up. Cat pose, round in. Stay, take a breath. Child's pose, empty. Roll through your cobra, so forearms to earth, glide forward, lift up. Hip bones to earth, chest forward. Back to your table, breath out. Adjust the hands, curl the toes, take a breath. And then down dog, lift the hips. We'll do that one more time through. Come up to your tippy toes, bend your knees, look forward. And then just tiptoe yourself to the front. Peel and lengthen halfway. Fold and dive. You reach and rise, big circle up. Back through your middle fold. Ardha Uttanasana, lift halfway. Hands to earth, table, drop the shins. Knees are hip distance, cow pose, heart up. Cat, scoop in, stay for your breath. And then back to your child's pose, but we'll stay. So maybe walk the knees a little wider and take your right arm and thread it under. Let your right ear drop down and look to the left. And then as you're ready, you'll unwind that and go to the other side. So right arm comes back long and the left arm threads through. Keep breathing and softening. And then as you're ready, back to your child's pose. And then we'll find our way back up to a table, shoulders over wrists. Knees underneath the hips. A few more cat-cows. Inhale, heart forward. And exhale, tuck it in. Lip and open, breathe. Tuck and round, empty. Flip and open, breathe in. And last one, round it in, empty. Come back to neutral, curl the toes. And then downward facing dog. Inhale, high to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. And then walk yourself back up. Lengthen again halfway, take a breath. And fold. Reach up to the sky, grow tall. And then hands back through your middle, fold in half. And take a breath, lengthen. As you drop your hands down, step the right leg back, lunge, but drop the knee. So if you're comfortable on the floor, hands stay on the floor. If you would prefer to use one or two blocks, you can frame the front foot, sink into that front knee, and then just lift the chest with the hands on blocks. Sink down through your middle. Make sure that right knee is not under the hip, but it's behind it. And make sure this left knee is either above the left ankle, or if the foot's further in front for a little less of a bend, that's okay too. Just make sure the opposite is not the case. So we don't want to be leaning forward and putting this undue pressure on the knee. Two more here. Take a breath. Lift the chest, empty. One more. Stay. So slide those blocks off to the side. Walk your left hand inside this leg. And then as you walk that left leg a little wider, just send it back. Adjust the right, land in that table, cow pose. Cat, round, take a breath. Send it all the way back, hips to heels, child. Come back forward this time. So round the spine, come on up, take a breath. And then pull up the toes as you sink the hips for a little funky cobra. Breathe in. Breathe out, back to child's pose. We'll do that round roll this time. Chin to chest, round it up, breathe in. Hips towards earth, heart forward, empty. One more of those, round it back, take a breath. Stay Stay in your child's pose empty. Chin to chest, round it up. Heart forward, toes come with you. Exhale, sink. Take a breath, drop the feet, and then bend the elbows lower to earth. Turn one cheek down. Keep the hands in by the rib cage. And then as you feel ready, baby cobra, lift the chest. Down and turn the other cheek. Another baby cobra, maybe step those hands back just a little closer to the midrib. See if that lets you lift just a little more. And then back down, forehead to third eye. Press into the palms, lift up through your table. And then back to that down dog, hips to the sky. Breathe in, maybe pedal out the heels this time. Breathe out. 2 more in our down dog here. Take a breath. Let it go. 1 more. Finding stillness. Come up to tiptoes. Breathe. Then look forward, and then again walk slowly, or finding your way to the front that suits you. Halfway up, breathe. Fold. Come up to the sky, big reach. Down through middle, fold in half. Lengthen. And then that low lunge with the left leg stepping back. The knee drops. When you get there, find your blocks that support you. And then lift the chest, heart forward. These back toes can be curled under for more support, or the top of the foot is down if that feels okay on the knee and the ankle. Again, your blocks have 3 heights, so they can be shorter, they can be medium, or they can be nice and high and tall to give you the most support as needed. 1 more. Empty. If you're on those blocks, slide them off to the side. Walk your right hand inside your right leg. Let it get a little wider. Step that left knee up and then step the right knee back. Table. Cow pose. Roll the heart up. Cat. Tuck it in. Cow pose to open. Cat pose to round. 2 more cows, open. And squeeze. Breathe in, ripple open. And breathe out. Tuck it in. Back to neutral, curl the toes, take a breath. Hips up and back, down dog. So this time we'll walk the hands slowly back to the feet. We'll let the right hand find the left elbow, left to right. And we'll hang in a ragdoll. And let the hips lift and the head drop heavy. Just 2 more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Filling up. And draining. Release those hands. And then let yourself hang heavy as you roll up to the sky. Squeeze your glutes as you lift and sweep up. Through your middle, fold in half. Lengthen hands to shin. And then hands walk forward. As you get into that high plank, you'll drop the knees to a table. Cow pose, lift the chest. Cat, tuck and round. Cross the ankles. Ripple back to a seat. And then left leg long, tuck the right leg in. So we'll reach up. Maybe you'll find your block and put it on its tall side, sort of by that knee, but we'll reach tall and lengthen. And then we'll fold down towards this left leg. So you can let your forehead come to any part of this block on any height that speaks to you. And just let yourself melt here. Don't forget that breath, let it roll in. And roll out, press down through the back of the left leg, building some length. Just a couple more, staying, breathe in. And out. One more to stay. Empty. So we'll slowly walk back up from that full chest lift. And then we'll twist over to the right. Come back to center. Hands will go in the middle, so you're rocking a little forward to roll up on the shin. Keep the left leg where it is, and then sweep that right arm over for a side plank variety. Lift that left arm back up to the sky, and then let it come around and behind the back. One more here, tuck that right foot in, and then again, sit back down. Circle and reach up. Spill and dive again. Maybe this time a block or maybe not. And then we'll lift back up. You'll take the same left leg you were just folding over, swing that leg partially around. So you have the right sole of the foot into the left thigh. You'll take your left arm, cross it to the right knee, and then reach that right arm over and across, so feeling a nice stretch through the side body, through the obliques on the right side. And then start to lift up, breathe in, roll the hands forward, and find your way back to a table. Cow pose, heart up. And cat pose, round. Cow open. Cat round. One more cow to open. Cat to round. Take a breath, stay in your cat, walk your toes together and your knees out. And then back into a child's pose. Let the head find heaviness along with the chest, to the arms, softening the shoulder. And one more right here. Take a breath. And let it go. As you find your way back up to that table again, cross the ankles, have a seat. And this time the left leg in and the right leg long. So once you get there again, find that block if you're using it, tall, medium, or short side. Reach up and lengthen, and then fold down to it. You soften where you can. You can build a little more space through the spine as you fold, so both space in the hamstring, but also through the upper and mid to low back. And then lift the chest as you're ready, arms up high, and we'll twist to the left. So rolling that right shoulder back. again, you can keep that block for when we come back to the middle, or you can forgo it. You'll come back to center, reach up, fold. Come back up to center, plant the hands, and then you'll pop up onto that left leg, plant the left palm, arm arches overhead for a side plank. Breathe in, roll the heart up, look to the sky if you'd like. You can always keep this right arm to the ceiling. Drain, one more. Empty, right arm high. Tuck that left heel under, sit back down. And then you'll take this right leg and kick it behind you. So again, foot of the left connects to thigh of the right, reach up. You'll let this right arm cross and hold on to any part of the left, and then left arm to the right side. So you should feel that nice stretch coming through the side body. Breathe into that space to hold it, and then exhale, move into it a little deeper. Come back up to center, hands to earth, and then up to a table. Curl the toes, walk the hands forward, and come back up to a downward facing dog. Rise to your toes, put a bend in your knees. Come back to the front of your mat for a fold. Halfway up, breathe in. Head down, fold heavy, breathe out. To the sky, reach up, lift, squeeze your glutes, palms touch. Come through your middle, fold in half. Inhale to lift, and then the exhale takes your right leg back and you'll drop the knee. So back to that low runner's lunge. Sink into that front knee again, blocks. Either frame the foot, if you have just one, you can put it out in front. Or I sometimes like to put it behind that heels of the left leg so I can really stack and lift the chest. Two more here, take a breath. Empty. One more. Stay. So you let those hands come back to the earth. Take this right foot, kick it in, and then straighten the left leg. So you walk your hands to your right, and then find that side plank again. Circle the left arm long, so we have a straight left leg, a bent right, you're on the shin bone, and the left arm is reaching over the left ear. We'll lift the chest, breathe in, fan the arms out. And then let the left arm hover, right arm across. You can send this arm in front. You can wrap it around the back or hold the left hip gently. Stay here, take a breath. Drain. Come back out to wide arms, breathe. Let your hands come down, you'll look left, and as you again tuck this right foot under, sit down. Reach up, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. So we're just connecting all of those little pieces we learned along the way and putting them together one time per side. Come back up, lift, chest high, twist to your right. So we'll skip the side plank as we already took it just out of order. And then as you lift the chest back to center, you'll spin this left leg halfway back, cross the left hand to your right knee, and send that right arm over your ear. Sweep that right arm around forward, plant it down, back up through your table. Cow pose, heart up. Cat, squeeze it in. Do that again, cow. And cat. Keep the cat. Maybe walk the knees out just a hair wider. Lift up and then back to that child's pose. We'll roll forward, breathe in. Find that funky up dog. Lift the toes, breathe out. Take an in breath. And then exhale back through that child's but curl the toes. And And then lift the hips, down dog. One more side, inhale up, bend and look. Come slowly forward. Lengthen halfway. Fold, head down. All the way to the sky, big reach. Squeeze and lift out of the glutes and the legs through third eye, through heart. Back to floor. Breathe in, halfway up. And breathe out, left foot back. When you do, drop the knee. Again, one block or two or none, your choice. You can curl those left toes or keep them flat and then lift the chest. Heart up, take an in breath. Sink into that left hip. Two more, breathe. Empty. One more. Let go. Hands back to earth. You'll start to straighten this right leg, but you'll tuck the left foot in and you'll walk all the way to the left side of your mat. Plant the left palm so the fingers face the back short edge of your mat, and then arch the right arm up so you're in that side plank. Open the chest, breathe in, breathe out, right arm to the sky. We're having a seat and we'll face our right foot. So you tuck the left under, land on the glutes, face towards where the right leg is, circle and lift up, and then dive and fold. Stay for just a breath, breathe in, breathe out, come up and lift, and then twist to your left. Heart forward, roll open. Take a breath, let it go. Walk the hands forward, pop back up on that shin, cartwheel the arms up, take them wide, and land into that latch, left arm across the body, soften the right. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Stay, come back down as you have a seat. You'll tuck that right knee behind the left foot, right arm across to the left knee, and then reach that right arm over the ear. It's just a different transition on this side of how we get from space to space. One more. Empty. Circle, sweep that hand back to earth, come up to your table. Stack the knees under the hips, heart forward. And round it in. Two more like that, roll it open. And round it in. The last one, roll it open. Round it in, take a breath, keep the cat, walk the knees a little wider and into that child's pose. Sit the hips down. And then stay. Breathe in. And breathe out. Couple more in our child's pose. And then as you're ready, come up through all fours, but cross the ankles. Have a seat. Unwind the legs. Make sure you have enough room behind you. If you are planning to use a bolster or anything like that for your final rest or closing postures, make sure it is reachable. So put it back on earth and get it close to you. And then find earth as it suits you. Hug the knees in and rock a little side to side. And then we'll plant the left foot down again. We'll take that figure four cross. So you can stay right here. Or if you'd like, reclined pigeon, you'll take this right hand and thread it through that triangle. The left arm goes around and either grabs the back of this left thigh or it grabs the left shin. So the right arm will come up and reach through the triangle and hold whatever that part of the body is as well. So either shin or behind from the back of the thigh. And you'll pull that leg down. So check in with this left knee. For most of us, we like to pull it towards heart center, which lessens the sensation in the right hip. So we really want to think about keeping it lined up with our left shoulder so you feel the most sensation while you're here. And then second, check in with this right leg. So it's parallel to the ceiling. So if that foot's higher, again, we're more likely leaning that left knee too far in. Or if it's too far to the left, same thing. We're not keeping that left leg tracking left shoulder. And then if you find your chin way lifted, so you're looking at the wall behind you as opposed to the ceiling, that's where either your bolster, your pillow, or a block comes, and it becomes a little pillow under the head, so it lengthens the cervical spine by flattening out the back of the neck, keeping it supported. So you can still tuck your chin. You can keep that neck long without overarching. Again, if this is a lot, you'll keep this left leg on the floor. So that is an option as well. And then close the eyes if you have not already. And just breathe. Let that breath come in slowly and fully. Just a couple more here. And then as you feel ready, just release that left foot back to earth. Keep that crossed leg here and slide the left heel long and away. So that left leg comes long on earth, and you'll let the right leg float again in that figure four. If that's uncomfortable, and if you are not using your block under your head or you have a pillow, you can tuck it under that right knee. So I'll show you on the left side. It's a little easier for you to see. But you can tuck that block on any height under that lifted outer thigh. Or if you'd like to leave it floating, that's an option. And then from here, maybe let the arms come out to goal posts. And breathe. Slowly taking 3 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. 1 more. And let it go. Unwind that right leg. Give it another hug. So keep the left leg long. If that becomes too much, back to the way we started with the left knee bend. And then towel, straps, or fingers, give that right leg a tug up in space again. Again, find some rolls through the ankle as you tug that leg back towards your body. Give that knee one more hug, help it across the left. Again, you can prop this right leg up with a block under underneath of it for added support if you prefer for that supine twist to be a little more gentle. Or you can let that knee hover or come to earth, whatever it does. Let it soften where you can. Back to center, knee to chest, squeeze. And then let that right foot land on earth, followed by the left. And we'll cross the left leg over. You can stay here, or again, this right, or the left hand goes through the triangle, the right goes around, either holding back of the thigh or up and across the shin bone. Pull the right knee in line with the shoulder, press the left leg parallel to the sky, flex the foot. Again, block under the head if you'd like, chin tucked down. Close the eyes and breathe. If you find yourself struggling to keep that grip for any reason, that's where your towel or your strap can loop the shin and you can let the hands or the arms rest a little more comfortably on earth. So feel like you're reaching or lifting the shoulders or the head and the neck to find that grip. Use one of your tools to help you get that grip a little closer to accessibility. So make it work for you in today's practice. Not yesterday's, not where you see it tomorrow, but just what it is in this moment. Again, slowly let that right foot release. Keep the cross, slide that heel away from you. And let the left leg come down. So you'll notice this stretch is more in the front of the left hip crease, whereas the other one was in the back of the left hip crease. And again, that same option to take that block or prop and tuck it under the left thigh bone if you feel like that is helpful. And slowly, as you feel ready, unwind that leg, give it a tug up to the sky. Roll out the ankle. Again, you can bend the right knee and plant the foot if that feels better. And then tug the knee into the chest and cross it to the right, this time supine twist. Block or bolster or anything can support that right or left leg if that suits you. Back to center, one more squeeze. And then both feet to earth, find your block, bolster, whatever you'd like, tuck it under the hips. And then lift the feet up to the sky. For another restorative inversion. So back to where we started class. couple more here. Letting the eyes continue to find some heaviness. And then bend the knees, plant the feet. Let the soles of the feet come open, or the soles of the feet touch and the knees roll open. Stay on that support if you can. If not, get rid of it. Supta Baddha Konasana. And then you'll take the opposite. So let the feet walk out and just let the knees knock in. Again, keeping that bolster or block underneath if that suits you, getting rid of it if it doesn't. Again, just a couple more where you are. And then you just walk the feet back to neutral. Again, you can stay here for that more restorative supported bridge, or you can find a bridge or wheel if that's part of your practice. Just two more. Breathe in and out. Last one. And then you'll slide that bolster or block out from under the hips. Place it to where the back of the knees would connect or meet it. And just let the feet drape over. One hand to belly, one hand to heart, or arms out to the sides, either in goalposts or up and overhead. And if this is not a comfortable place for you to remain for final rest, please find somewhere that allows that for you. And then just breathe. starting to invite a little movement to return to you. Wiggling fingers and toes, dragging the knees slowly up into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then find your way onto your right side for just another moment here. Always remember to tune inward, for how you speak and treat you is what you will also do to others. So be kind to yourself first and foremost. For what you put into you, the work, the love, the peace, and the kindness, it will radiate outward. And that message will be shared. And as you share your journey, your neighbors will share theirs. But it first comes from within each of us, and how we talk to us, ourselves, in each of those moments, the good and the bad, the challenging, the sad, the peaceful, and those that maybe cause us strain. For if we're kind to ourselves, we will be kind to others. If we love ourselves, we will love others. If we find peace in our heart, we can find it in others. But it always starts with us. So look deep inside, accept what you see. Find your journey, trust your footing, and trust you. For you are the only one that can do those things. You are the only one that can find your whole spirit. And you don't have to look far, it is within you all along. So tune in, check in, look in. As you feel ready, press to a seat, hands come to center heart. Let the head bow just gently forward. We'll take a breath together. And big sigh out. Letting anything that no longer serves you go. Thumbs to third eye. I thank you for sharing your journey and your practice with me today. The light in my heart honors and greets the light in yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Enjoy this class. I hope it gave you a nice sort of gentle flow. So something a little different than some of the more powerful or stronger, challenging classes. So just a good balance and a good alternative if you're looking for something a little less intense. If you have any feedback, questions, comments, things you want to work on, send them along and I will incorporate them as best I can. Again, I'm Amanda, and I will either see you online here or again in the studios where I am currently back to teaching. So catch you in any of those spaces. If you're looking for something a little different, bar classes are Wednesdays. They're outdoors. They're at a park in Glenshaw. So check that out, and we'll see you there. Thanks, everybody. Namaste.